and welcome to another episode of the Cover Zero podcast, where we do an all-out blitz on the league. I'm here with my boys. We got the diehard Steelers fan D Love in the middle. We got my man Jay Lotta, who's a diehard 49ers fan, even though he's not really feeling it right now. Then we got my man KP, repping for KC, and my man Tigo, who is glowing this week after a big Cowboys win. And we're going to start this off with a little segment that we like to call Get It Off Your Chest. And this is what we're going to do right now. We're going to take 2 minutes to just get it off our chest after some things that happened this week. And let's see, who wants to go ahead and start us off with the Get It Off Our Chest moment? You know what? I'll take the Get It Off Our Chest segment for a few minutes here. This is kind of personal to me. So let me go ahead and throw the timer up here because this could cause me to kind of run a little long.
Here we go.
Go Aaron Rodgers part two.
Something like that. I'm just saying. Just trying to make sure that we can. I can't even find my video file. You know what? I'll be under 2 minutes. Let's just go. So, as a Jets fan, we've had very few like high moments in our fandom. But historically, one of those high moments was not too long ago, less than 20 years ago. It's been a long time since we made the playoffs. I understand that. But the one coach that got us the closest there in the last 20, 25 years is outwardly, openly speaking about how he wants the job back and wants a second chance. And I'm a man that believes in second chances. I think Rex Ryan should get another chance. Like, just the attitude that the Jets had under Rex Ryan was an attitude of, hey, confidence that thing that the Jets have been missing for the last, 15 years that, they haven't had the chance. I know he had some shortcomings and he wasn't paired up properly. And, I hear Jets fans saying like, oh, it was all Mangini's team that he used to get to those games. But Mangini had pretty much the same team and then get nowhere near the conference championship games. So I think Rex could definitely thrive with the right people around him. And that's all I'm going to say, because the rest of this conversation is reserved for my Jets fandom crew who's like so vehemently out on Rex Ryan. And I just don't get it. Like, he's the most exciting thing that's happened to the Jets in a long time. So I'll stop there because I'm probably over 2 minutes. But that's just I had to get that off my chest.
Yeah, because you have no Jet support here.
I don't think I have any Jet support anywhere.
Okay, I just want to make sure it's clear. All right.
Who wants to go next?
I will go next, but I'm reserving. I'm passing my 2 minutes to my man, the 49ers fan down there, because he looks quite upset. He looks quite disturbed. I'm a little worried about him, so I'm going to pass my 2 minutes off to him.
Oh man, you pulling a Congress and you're yielding your time to the floor.
I am. I'm yielding my time to the floor to the 49ers fan, so he can have a total of 4 minutes right now because he can have my 2.
All right. Well, let's hear it.
I'm a piggyback that. I'm gonna give my 2 minutes to him as well, because to see how he is looking today with the distraught nature in his eye, I want him to pass this statement on. So I'm forfeiting my 2 minutes as well because my chest is free. So I'm gonna let the 49ers fan have 6 minutes. Go right ahead.
So we about to get
appreciate that, fellas. I appreciate that. Thank you for your 2 minutes, but it's not going to take long. First, I'd like to give a shout out to all my brothers and sisters in arms and salute your service month. So shout out to y'all.
Salute.
I hope y'all ain't got that free meal a couple weeks
ago. Salute.
For sure.
What's the word? Disgusted, pissed, disgruntled. Those are just some of the words that come to my mind. So where do I start? First off, let's start with the head. So my head coach, love him, great play caller. However, we definitely have to be accountable for our actions. What are those actions, you might ask? Well, we're not going to talk about the actions or lack of actions in last February, but we'll just move on to this year. We'll talk about first the hiring of our defensive coordinator / firing of our defensive coordinator. Our defense has looked the shell of itself. We have players that are out of position. We can't close games. It's total coaching on both ends, offensive and defensive. Players are hurt. Strength and conditioning coach is trash. He might as well come with a damn hefty bag on his body to work every day. It's things, things need to change. And the question was asked, why am I not geared up? Why am I not geared up? You know why I'm not geared up? Because none of my team is geared up. Because they all on injured reserve. Who's geared up? Everybody's on injured reserve. You got your obliques, you got your hamstring, hurt shoulder. All of this. Man, listen, I don't understand. You pay a strength and conditioning coach to make you strong and conditioned. However, it never happens. Now, everybody want to say, oh, my 49er fans, well, it's due to the physical style of play. Everybody play physical. I don't see nobody from Detroit Lions getting hurt like this. I don't see nobody else just riddled of injuries. So, yes, I'm a little disgruntled. Things need to change. The season is a wash. There needs to be some house cleaning going on. Now, the only person right now that I trust in, because he has a great track record, is my general manager, John Lynch. And I know and I have faith that he will clean this up. So if you ain't with it, you got to go. Players included. I can start naming players who I think will be wearing new jerseys next year. First, we'll start with.
Go ahead. Let me hear that, Jay. Give it to me, man.
I tell you what y'all want first? Offense or defense?
You start when you want to start at, man.
Hey, this is your 6 minutes, baby. Do it. Get it off your chest.
All right, let's go down here. Brock Purdy, you're getting your paper. You're safe. You're safe. You're gonna get your paper. You're safe. Brandon Ayuk, you already got your paper, so you're safe by default. George Kittle, your AARP stuff is in the mail. Mike
Hey man, he putting up yards.
Deebo Samuel. Hold on. Deebo Samuel has met his deductible in September. It's time for you to move on, sir. Christian McCaffrey.
Oh, Jesus.
You have the calves of a 70-year-old. You got your money, so you're safe for one more year.
Oh, God.
Let's go ahead and flip this on the defensive side.
Oh, man.
Nick Bolton. You might have problems at home. I don't know what's going on this year, but you got your money, you're safe. Fred Warner, want to give you a hug, feel sorry for you. I wish I'll fake an injury so you don't have to go out there with that mess. My man Dre Greenlaw, get well soon. Your card's in the mail. Mission.
Oh, God. Oh, my chest hurt. Oh.
The Amador Lenore. Bro, I don't even know how you did it. Your agent is the best agent in the world, because I don't know how you put your film on there and got you $95 million. But hey, you safe. And last but not least, my man, Talanoa Hufanga. I love you, man. I love you. You play great, but I mean, God almighty, man, you stay going to the emergency room. So, hey, you got one more year. This your prove-it year. I need you to play 17 games.
Oh, God.
All right, y'all. I'm done.
We done.
Full jobs. I'm good.
I only have one rebuttal. The Jets do not play physical. Everybody doesn't play physical.
Oh my God!
But that was well worth the yielded time.
For sure.
We appreciate your service. Thank you for your service.
Hey man, hey, that was classic. That was complete classic right there.
Hey,
that's policy, gentlemen.
Hey, absolutely. For sure.
Hey, what Will Smith say in Bad Boys 2? Now that's how you're supposed to drive. From now on, that's how you drive. From now on, that's to get it off your chest.
Oh, Yeah, he was sitting on that for a while, man.
Hey,
All
he
right.
needed that for sure.
All right, so thank you for that, Jay. We're gonna move on into our blitz segment where we blitz a couple of topics, and I think the first topic here we're gonna start with is Kenny's topic of is the running back value returning? What are we talking about here? KP, you want to take that?
Okay. What I wanted us to kind of touch on is, with the success of a lot of running backs that's changed teams. You think that the NFL is going to start to rethink the value that they're placing on the running back position? I think of 3 names right off the bat that are doing really, really well in their new teams, and their old teams decided they wasn't worth being re-signed. And we all know we can point straight to Saquon Barkley, Derrick Henry, and I can even go with Tony Pollard in Tennessee, although the team around him isn't where I think it'll be in the next couple of years. He's playing really, really well, and he was all these guys were cast off by their old teams, and I think all of their old teams could use them at this moment. So I just wanted to get everybody's thoughts on that. Do you think the running back position will ever be valued again the way it once was in our era when we all used to watch football? Because I think most of us here, we all have a favorite running back. We can go around here and everybody can tell you who their favorite running back is. So just want to see what everybody's thoughts are on that.
Yeah, no, I had another. I think Aaron Jones. He started off on fire too. Like I don't know. It's maybe something about that change of scenery. But no, I'm with you. I'm all for. As a former running back, I'm all for the return of the running back value. I think we're definitely seeing a resurgence, and part of me wonders is it because the quarterback play has been down a little bit this year. Because I think like some of the superstar quarterbacks haven't really been superstarring. You think about Mahomes, you think about Burrow. They have their peaks or like games like here and then. But to be fair, like a lot of them haven't really been kind of showing out like they normally do. The only exception I think is probably Josh Allen, and he's pretty much carrying that team on their back. But I mean, some might call him a running back at times. But no, I think the return of the running. I mean, I think this was shifting a little bit back to the old style smash mouth. Even last year, CJ Stroud was lighting it up. This year, they're kind of leaning heavy on Joe Mixon. So I think, I'm with you, KP. I think the value is returning. I think we're going to see the thing that I like. We're going more to this feature back type thing that we had. We got out of it for a while. There wasn't really that many feature backs, and it's like a lot of running back by committee. But I think we're seeing some good stuff. Even some of the young cats like John Gibson in Jahmyr Gibbs in Detroit. Kind of lighten it up. They have a little bit of 1-2, but it's really Jahmyr's show. What about you, D?
I'll take them touchdowns though in the fantasy league though.
Yeah,
keep talking about y'all beat y'all. Devaluing David Montgomery out there. I'll take it. Jahmyr Gibbs can run the ball way down to the 1-yard line. I'll take that touchdown.
I think the game is in a transition phase. I guess I don't want to quite say the running back is back yet. And the reason why I say it's in a transition phase, I'm not ready to say it's going back to 1990s or early 2000s NFL either. And the reason why I say that is because you're still not getting the 350 yard passing outings from the quarterback. But in the same sense, you're still not getting the 120, 140 yard running backs. There's been a few outliers this year with Saquon and Derrick Henry. You get a few outliers, but you're not ready to go to that either. So what I personally think is the game is in a transition as far as more of a West Coast offense, dinking and dunking, going down the field, spreading you out from left to right. I think it's a bunch of slants, a bunch of out in the flats that just slowly matriculating yourself down the field. So it's like death by 1,000 paper cuts. And however you got to get down the field like that. I just don't think it's turn around, feature back. He running down the field. He's on the field all 3 downs. But I still don't think it's back in the day 350, 400 passing yards type of offense. So I just think we're in that transition mode right now of the Bill Walsh dink and dunk. Although it never went anywhere, but I think it's just being more emphasized now because you take someone like Patrick Mahomes, some of these other guys, it's not really big, huge numbers. And you know, KP or even, you know, Jay can tell you that with Brock Purdy, it's not huge numbers. So it's like a lot of dinking and dunking and going down the field. That's just what I think.
Yeah, and so part of me wonders, is that like a chicken or the egg situation? So like I take like certain teams that you see like are certain teams kind of not leaning on their run games, even when they may have like a strong run game or a strong runner, like a strong running back, because they think this is a passing league, so we got to win passing.
I mean, me personally, I just think it's more about balance. Like, like most of these teams, especially, you know, these running backs are, you know, like taking off, like Derrick Henry and Saquon. You also have to look at the whole entire offense. So you have to worry about, you know, Lamar. You know, you have to worry about him. You know, he's definitely improved, you know, as far as throwing the football this year. You look at, you know, the Eagles. Look at all that talent they got on the offense. Like, you have to worry. You got to account for, you know, Hurts. You have to account for Brown. You got to account for Smith, and you got Saquon back here in the backfield. Man, I mean, it's crazy. And I think now, you know, we're getting caught up in all the, you know, the splash plays, like, you know, Saquon taking off for 70 yards. You know, Henry going for like 90 yards. Yeah, I mean, that's all good and well, but I just feel like it's a balance. If you can't throw the football, then everybody's going to load up on your running back. They say, right, you value the running back so much, and, you know, you can't throw the football, then you're going to see, you know, 8, 9, you know, people in a box. That's going to stop your running game. Vice versa, right? If your offensive line is not good, they're not decent, then your running back is not going to be good. So I just feel like, yeah, it's more about balance. Like these teams that you're seeing now, like, you know, Saquon, you know, Derrick Henry, even Christian McCaffrey, man. I mean, it's all about balance for me.
Yeah, I just think. Yeah.
Well, let me try to wrap it up. Oh, if I can, and kind of touch on why I was saying that. I hope the league goes back to valuing running back, and I say this because I think to really have a formidable offense, it goes back to what you all guys were saying. You have to have balance, and you have to have versatility. You know, sure. It has to be a thing where when they come into a game, the defense doesn't know what to take away. So what? All right, so you have a counter. Okay, well, you're going to stop me from passing deep. Well, I'm going to run. You're going to play that too high coverage. We're going to run you out of it. You come down, then we're gonna throw you out of it. So I'm hoping the running back, you know, a true valuable running back, that guy that can be a 3-down back, will be more valuable to a team, because, you know, I know we got the 49er, you know, faithful over here who's, you know, making a statement, but what made that team so explosive is the minute they added Christian McCaffrey, because he opened up everything else. And they made a concerted effort to say, hey, we're going to run the ball, but also if you try to take that away, then now we're going to be able to pass it out of that. And now we're going to keep you off balance. So that's what I'm hoping it gets back to when I ask that question. I'm hoping the league will just value the running back. Not saying, you're right, D, not saying it's going to go back to the 90s or the early 2000s where you're going to have a back that has 300, 400 touches, but that back that gives you that versatility, that, you know, he has to be accounted for, and that helps your team overall. That's what I'm hoping to see. That's why
let me throw my little nickel in there. Let me throw my little nickel in there. So is the running back value returning? The running back value has never left. It's never left. Running backs have always been valuable. I mean, it's football, people. I mean, how do you win games? You have to be able to run the ball. You know, all these teams out here who got all these quarterbacks, you throwing 400 yards, all that kind of good stuff. Yeah, that's great. That's good. But the real teams out there who doing damage are the teams who got a guy who can really open it up and take over a game on the ground. That's just how it is. That's just what football is going to be. It's really cost versus value. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? A Pepsi is a Pepsi in the store. It's the same Pepsi in the movie theater, even though it's $3 more. It's the same Pepsi on the plane, even though it's $6 more. You still thirsty. You still need it. But what you willing to pay for it? Right. And that's the problem with these GMs out here. Nah.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's
I can't pay for a running back because why? Because what? If you want to win, if winning is your thing, then you do what it takes to win. You pay the players who get wins, and they don't do that. You see that in New York. You see that. Philly found the money.
Look, but that's the whole point of the question. Is like the GMs weren't valuing running backs.
Right.
The fact that they didn't want to pay them. The fact that they let Saquon Barkley, who was, by most accounts, like a top 10 running back, at least in the league, they just let him go. And like he out there killing it now. Like it was like for Daniel Jones, no less, because they just put more value on the quarterback. And they had a little bit of a smidgen of a hint that Daniel Jones might be good. They threw a bunch of money at him. And right now he on a couch somewhere.
Look, man, I say what you don't want to say. Joe Shane is a moron. He needs to be fired tomorrow.
But it's not just him though. Like there's other people. Tennessee. Tennessee let Derrick Henry go.
I'm gonna put it like this. There, I'm not
quit putting that sugar on it, man. Quit putting that sugar on it.
I'm not defending Joe Shane. What I'm just saying is that he's not the only one. Like, and that's the reason why this conversation came up. Is that nobody wanted to pay running backs? This was a big question last offseason.
Right.
I'm not gonna say the running back is the value. I just feel like teams, in the past that I would say, all right, like let's say about 5 years ago, where these running backs are getting big money, and then you pay these running backs, and they don't produce, and I think that's what made teams shift or whatever. Like, hey, yeah, we need a running back, but we can't pay these running backs almost $20 million a year.
I'm gonna tell you who messed it up. I'm gonna tell you who messed it up. Mike Shanahan messed it up where he made everyone think they can like have anybody plug anybody into the system and run for 1,000 yards. That's what it is, and that's just finally showcasing or showing his head.
No, not necessarily. No, I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think that had anything to do with it.
I think what happened is all these quarterbacks and what the market dictates, and now you got a piece of that pie, and you don't want to give the running back or a decent running back the due money. And let's just take a step back and just look at all the organizations who let good running backs go, and let's look at all the organizations who sign good running backs. It's no coincidence that the ones that let them go are losers. And there's no coincidence that the ones that's got them are winners. Let's just stop it, people. Let's call it what it is.
But what I'm saying is look at the draft. Like, how many running backs used to go in the first round? How many? It's like you get one, maybe two in the first round now. And then, like, I think 2022 had no running backs in the first round. The first running back was, the first running back was Breece Hall that year in the second round.
That's because of the college game. The college game is airing it out.
I think it was Jahmyr Gibbs. I think they drafted Jahmyr first. Didn't
they? Yeah. Jahmyr did go in the first round.
No, I'm talking about in 22.
Didn't he get drafted in 22?
No.
Or was that 23?
This last year.
Okay.
Okay.
That's right. You're right.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah.
I think at this point it's like this. I'm kind of agreeing with you. I see you how I need you. And what I mean by I see you how I need you is I don't need you in the first quarter, I don't need you in the second quarter. But somewhere in that game, in the fourth quarter, with about 3 minutes to go, and I need to run out the clock.
Yep.
Now I got to turn around and hand it to you. So I see you how I need you. Yeah, I mean, whatever you wanted the category. I'm with Jana. I see you how I need you. So when I need you, then you're important. But in the first 3 quarters, you're not important. But I see you how I need you. So I'm
gonna say this: the first 3 quarters, it is important because you're setting a tone. You're setting a tone.
It can be, but it could be all over the place too, Jay. I mean, depending on if I want to stretch you out, if I'm trying to figure out what you're doing, I can't figure out what you're doing if I'm running the ball. Now I can run you out of whatever you're doing if I'm having a lot of success, but I'm trying to figure out what you're doing. I'm throwing everything at you to see what you're doing. But in the fourth quarter, when you got 3 timeouts and I got 3 timeouts and I got the ball and we up 19-18, what am I doing?
Running the ball.
I'm running out the clock. And I'm gonna turn around. I'm gonna hand the ball out. So that I see you how I need you, and that's when
you see the NFC Championship last year. All right, I'm telling you right now, we had zero answers for Montgomery and Gibbs. Zero.
But they were trying to run out the clock. They were trying to run out the clock.
That's how they got up. We couldn't stop them cats.
But again, do teams get too cute and say like, oh no, we can't keep running the ball because we have to surpassingly, we need to be able to pass, and they start outthinking themselves and decide, no, we're gonna try to get this first down throwing the ball versus running, and then they end up stopping the clock. So
man, you got to have an offensive line, man. At the end of the day, I mean, if you ain't Barry Sanders out there, you need an offensive line, bro.
You do, but that's a running game. So you're right.
But that's running game, yeah. But that was why I was saying that. I'm with you. I agree with everything you're saying. The running back has never went anywhere, but 80% of the league didn't value or put a premium on having a strong running back. That's why I'm saying, do we think that's going to come back? And now they're seeing that's my point, because they have to see that is the blueprint. If you don't have a running game, you're not going to be successful. Like you said, you're not going to be competing for your division or a AFC, NFC championship or a Super Bowl if you don't have that. So that's why I posed that question.
And I think that's a perfect segue into this next question here. That's the perfect question here into this next segue.
Go ahead. All right, go ahead.
If we're talking about value in your running back,
tell it, X.
Does Saquon deserve MVP consideration? Like we saying
is the green bean green?
No.
Okay. So this is good. We got debate now because we got D saying that no, Saquon doesn't deserve MVP, and we got Jay saying yes, we do.
I say yes as well. He deserved to be in that conversation, but he's not going to win. I'm just going to put it like that. He deserves to be in that.
We'll touch on that next.
That's not what the question says. It doesn't say does he deserve to be in the conversation. Yes, then I would agree with you. He deserves to be in the conversation.
Does he deserve
MVP?
Absolutely.
No, he does not.
He does. He does.
Okay.
Can I jump in? Let's go with the negative counterpoint. Let's hear D's. Okay. Let's hear D's take first.
Because the thing to me was prior to the Giants deciding, for whatever reason, Joe Shane and my man John Mara with his sweater vest on. Tell it, Jay. For whatever reason, when they decided to say, you know what, we're gonna go with Daniel Jones and we're gonna try to be this air it out offense. Saquon was putting up the numbers as a Giant. He never stopped putting up the numbers. So if you're gonna give it to him now, you should have gave it to him then when he didn't have a quarterback and he didn't have a wide receiver. And he ain't having nothing. That's when you should have gave it to him. So now you flip-flop him. You put him on a team with a quarterback. You put him on a team with 2 wide receivers. You put him on a team with a pretty decent line. Now all of a sudden he needs to get the MVP.
So
now
hold on. I'm gonna counter that by actually saying this. The year that the Giants went to the Super Bowl, I mean not to the Super Bowl, but to the playoffs. That was a lot on Saquon Barkley's back. I thought he deserved MVP consideration then.
You're proving my point.
No, I'm exactly proving the point that he should be in the conversation then, and he should be in the conversation now.
No, forget the conversation. He need the trophy. All right. Now I'm gonna go ahead, Davion. Go ahead.
I just want to know. I want to know because if I give you,
what did the Eagles do last year without Saquon, without a running game?
Well, they folded. That was
what you mean? No, not necessarily. I went
to the playoffs.
There you go. The last 5 games. What did they do?
They folded.
I mean, right? They folded.
They folded like a cheap too.
No, but I'm gonna agree with your point though, Love. Like, so you trying to tell me Swift wasn't decent enough and he got paid? Hold on, I'm gonna go back. Miles Sanders wasn't decent enough.
No, they weren't. Neither one of them.
They weren't.
Miles Sanders went to the Pro Bowl. What are you talking about?
They got the same team around them. And who's doing better?
You're proving my point. They had.
I know that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I say he deserves it.
Hold on. Hey Jay, can I take this?
Tag me in, okay, Pete. Tag me.
I'm gonna tap you in because I'm just gonna hit him with stats. First of all, Saquon has never had a season with the Giants like he's having now. Mm-hmm. Saquon's best season rushing with the Giants is 1,312 yards. That brother got 1,393 through 11 games.
Right now.
He's never had a season like that with the Giants. And right now, he is doing stuff he hadn't seen a running back do since, oh my God, who? Adrian Peterson? So that's why I'm saying he deserves the MVP. If you just look at a statistical, he's on pace to break Eric Dickerson's record.
Not only
They
that,
say he's on pace. He's on pace to have over 2,100 yards. And let's be honest. If they didn't do that tush push, he could probably be going against the touchdown record as well.
Exactly.
That's something we haven't seen in a long time. And we all know that makes that Eagles team that much more formidable. They're not going to fall apart because they have him. As long as he stays healthy and as long as he's produced, which we all know he's going to produce, he deserves the MVP. Because what's the difference between that team last year and that team this year? They got one difference. Him. No disrespect to DeAndre Swift or Miles Sanders or any of them. They are not Saquon Barkley. They do not give them that versatility and that threat the way he does. That is why he's the MVP. That is why he to me is head and shoulders, because nobody has made more of an impact on their team than he has. No one. And debate me on that. Don't give me the Josh Allens. Don't give me the Josh Allens. Don't give me the Lamar Jacksons. Don't give me all of those. Look at he's coming to a whole new situation. He didn't want to go to. Let's be candid. He didn't want to go. He didn't want to leave the Giants. He wanted to stay there. But when they traded, when they said we're gonna let you walk, and he went to the Eagles, he's changed that team's fortune. You can just see it.
Are you done with that soliloquy? So
that's it. That's it.
I got something to say back on that.
Okay,
go ahead. Please go ahead.
I just hit you with the numbers.
Go ahead.
So for D and how you said Saquon looked with New York versus how he look now, man, you put Janet Jackson in a house coat in the house, but you put her in a bikini on the beach, it's still Janet Jackson. But I tell you what, she looked a lot better on that beach, don't she?
She looked better in the house too. The point of the matter is she looked good regardless. But go ahead with your point.
But location matters. When you
hold on this conversation. She looked good. So you put Lamar Jackson on another team or Josh Allen on another team, they don't deserve MVP if they have a career year.
Is that to me?
Well, your word you said is career year. So of course, if you have a career year,
and that's what Saquon is doing right now.
I agree. That's what I'm saying.
I understand he's having a career. I understand he's having a career year. I'm not saying Miles Sanders and DeAndre Smith, they are not Saquon Barkley. I agree with you on that. But for you to sit up here and say, "Oh, Saquon just changed his team," Philly could always run the football. I'm confused. What y'all talking about, bro?
Not to this level. Not thank you.
I don't care.
Okay, it's important. We just had a whole conversation about how important the run game is.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Let him finish. Because then I'm gonna tag again. Because I'm gonna come back with all these stats. Let him finish.
Thank you. All right. So Miles Sanders in 2022 ran for almost 1,300 yards behind that same offensive line.
Whole season, right? Whole season.
17 games.
I don't care. It's 1,300 yards.
But we talking about he got that in 11.
I understand that, bro. Listen. I'm not saying that Miles Sanders is not Saquon Barkley. We all agree with that. Right. But for y'all to sit up here and say, "Oh, this guy just completely changed his team," no, he has not. Philly could always run the football. Period. They can run the football. Look at their offensive line. Right? Yeah. You put Saquon behind that. Yeah, he's gonna look unbelievable. He's gonna be all right. You can't do nothing with that. But for y'all to sit up here and say, "Oh, Saquon just changed his team," no, he did not do that. Yes, he made him better, but he hasn't done anything right. Right? To say, "Oh, Philly can't run the football," but they always can run the football.
And to combat the stats, yes, you're saying he has 1,300 now. But if I put Randy Moss out on one side and I put Terrell Owens out on another side, and then I put, I don't know, Randall Cunningham behind me, and I turn around and hand it off, well, I recall Robert Griffin looked like a stud back there with the Vikings because he had Randy Moss and he had your boy.
RG3?
Yeah, come on, man. Yeah, he had come on, man. What's his name?
You talking about Robert
Chris Carter?
No. Yes, he had Chris Carter. So the point I'm trying to make, he has all these weapons where you just can't focus on one. And I get it. That's the name of the game. I have all the weapons. You have to pick a choice. Something is gonna be greater than other. And what's tending to be greater right now with the Eagles is the running game. But if I'm gonna give him the MVP, I would have gave it to him. We had nobody with the Giants. That's when he was showing out. He had nobody.
But
That's when he deserved everything.
The difference is he's elevating the Eagles to a place that they weren't last year. Like Jalen Hurts is playing better.
I'm not gonna say that.
What was he at the year before? What were the Eagles at the year before?
No, but
last year.
Let me step in here. No, let me step in here real quick. Let me tell you from you, love. So, right. So right now you saying he's making the Eagles look better. Right. When the Eagles are running the football like they are now, that's how they got to the Super Bowl. Last year, they tried to make Jalen Hurts something that he's not. He's not a consistent drop back passer that's going to throw the ball 40, 50 times in a game. That's not Jalen Hurts. So now, right, they're going back to what made them great in 22 when they made it to the Super Bowl, which is running the damn football, period.
Okay. With a better running back.
Okay.
Nobody's disagreeing with you there.
Whoa. Okay.
I hear your point. The question isn't it's most valuable player.
Right. And I think they're getting off topic. They're getting off topic. Who is the most valuable player? And that is Saquon Barkley. We've seen Josh Allen have good seasons before. We've seen Lamar Jackson have good seasons before, but you guys know you have not seen anything like you see Saquon Barkley with these Eagles. And don't sit there, guys. Don't sit there and tell me.
Hold on. So why did they give Christian McCaffrey the MVP?
They should have.
He have. Right. He definitely should have.
He should have got it.
I don't hear nobody preaching. I ain't hear y'all preaching. No, I ain't hear y'all preaching.
We ain't have a podcast.
We have a podcast.
We couldn't care. When I should talk to y'all, what? We be in the chats and everything.
I definitely would have said it.
Look, I'm a Chiefs fan. Jay, what did I say we gonna do when we play that Super Bowl? We don't care who you throw it to, who we can't let beat us.
That's correct. 23,
pretty much. Period, point blank.
That's it.
Yeah, he should have got the MVP.
He should have.
100%.
He should have.
You know what?
Come on, guys.
And as part of this,
he should get the MVP for the Eagles.
Yes.
For the Eagles. He need to be the MVP of the team for the Eagles.
Okay, so okay.
Oh my God.
If the Eagles end up going to the Super Bowl and winning the Super Bowl, who gets the MVP?
It depends on
although it's decided before the Super Bowl. It's decided before the Super Bowl. But if they go to the Super Bowl and win the Super Bowl, would you feel differently?
Phrase it better, X. Phrase it. If
I need better. Right.
If the Eagles catch
Super Bowl MVP is gonna go to who played good in that game.
No, I'm not talking about Super Bowl. I'm talking about
phrase it better. We're gonna phrase it better. If
the
Eagles catch the Lions and they finish with the number 1 seed in the NFC, who gets the MVP?
Honestly, my personal opinion, I have to look at the totality of all the teams in the playoffs. That's really what it's going to boil down to.
Okay.
Because the MVP is typically in the playoffs. First of all, I don't like the award because I always go to a quarterback. I really don't. It's really the most popular. But to hear someone say, to hear someone say
he played with the Giants and he
wait a minute. But to hear somebody say he's doing what ain't never been done before. Jamal Lewis was only like 100 some yards away from Eric Dickerson's record.
Yeah,
he was only like 100 some yards away.
Okay.
It doesn't 33. It doesn't matter.
That's all they had on that offense too.
Okay, but
the record ain't moved.
But hold on. I get that. But hold on. But wait a minute. When Barry Sanders and Adrian Peterson was close, they got the MVP. So maybe they robbed Jamal Lewis.
Oh,
could that be?
If it wasn't him, it was Chris Johnson. Chris Johnson was close.
Thank you.
It's always been someone. Adrian Peterson was close.
But I get that.
Adrian Peterson won the MVP too.
Right. And Barry
Sanders. But don't tell me, he's doing something ain't never been done before. He's not doing something ain't never been done before.
We didn't say that.
In the modern game.
In the modern
his
game.
Career year. He's never done before.
Right. And I'm sorry. The move, I ain't never seen that before. I ain't never seen that before.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Okay,
Sorry.
So,
I ain't never seen it before.
Are you giving him
I
MVP
ain't
for the
seen
movie?
I'm not giving him that, but you saying we telling you he doing something I ain't never seen before.
I'm talking about
seen somebody jump over somebody backwards.
I'm talking about yardage. I ain't talking about that play. I ain't talking about this Odell Beckham one hand catch play. Everybody gonna talk about. I'm not talking about
totality, if he sets the yards from scrimmage record and the rushing record that's held for 40 years, you're gonna tell me that's not MVP word?
No, that's impressive because he's doing.
But he's on pace to do that. That's what we're telling you.
I'm telling you, if he does both of them, that's different. Because the other ones I named,
he's on pace to do that.
You know what? I probably was on pace to lose 30 pounds, but I ain't lost it yet.
But you done lost 20. You done lost 20. Keep going.
The point of the matter is,
how does that change the argument though? If he continues on the pace, you're saying then he deserves MVP?
No, I still don't feel like he deserves it because I'm with Tigo. I mean, it's the argument.
Tell me who.
If not him, then who?
I'll have to sit down and think about that.
Because we know you ain't gonna say Lamar Jackson. We know you ain't gonna say that.
The point I'm trying to make to agree with Tigo is you can't tell me. For instance, I'm glad you said Lamar. Everybody's going crazy about Derrick Henry being with Baltimore. Oh God, they ran without Derrick Henry. They led the league in the rushing without Derrick Henry. So Derrick Henry was like bringing a Ferrari to a house that already got a Lamborghini, a Bugatti, and something else.
But I'm gonna
you can say the same thing about Saquon Barkley. You can say the same thing about Saquon Barkley.
Wait.
See, I'm just saying.
Hold on. Let me get this. Let me get D with this. You remember what you tell me? What it looked like.
Yeah.
So I mean, you're gonna tell me their running game don't look way more efficient now? Because last year y'all keep forgetting a lot of their running game was Lamar. Bruh. It was Lamar.
When I was telling you,
the Eagles' running game was last year was with who? Jalen Hurts. That's why he got hurt.
Well, but I understand that. But again, but your offense coordinator chose to let Jalen Hurts throw the ball like that. Nobody.
Which is why he got fired. No,
right, exactly. Your offensive coordinator chose this. Your team made a decision to say, "Hey, we paid Jalen Hurts all this money. I want to see if I get my return for it." Thank you.
Which is why I got now. When I say it depends on how I look, I'm saying these one score victories, these nail biting, it got to look a certain way. That's what I mean by how I look. But if you run for 150 yards and then you got one back that just runs for 150 yards, hell, it's still 150 yards.
But bingo, and now I can touch on that. How many times did you see the Eagles just running out the clock at the end with a dominant, strong run game? Just watch the linemen how they're taking off. And you forgot they lost their all-world center. But look at how those guys embody running the ball now. It's because of a great back behind them, guys.
Come on. 2 years ago, they were doing the same thing, bro. Okay, we all harping on last year when they ain't doing it, which is the reason why both the coordinators got fired.
Thank you. Right, exactly.
But you don't think that coincided with them saying, you know what, we got to get back to making a commitment. So, hey, one of the best that's out there, let's go get that. And now we're going to make a commitment to doing it.
No, it calls the Eagles being on a hot seat.
Are the Eagles 9-2 without Saquon?
Absolutely not.
They were 10-1 without him last year without him.
And then they ended up 10-7.
I don't care.
But
I don't care. But still, you acting like they can't win without him. Yes, he made them better, but they were 10-1 to start the season last year, bro. Like, come on, guys.
Still folded going down the last 5 games of the year.
Be serious right now, man.
Jay, stop it. Jay, stop it. Because you know what? What's your favorite saying? Just let me get to the dance. Jay, new season. Just let me get to the dance. Or have they been getting to the dance?
Jay, this how we going. Hold on, Jay. Stop. This how we gonna wrap this up. Watch this. Cowboy fan, would you take Saquon Barkley on your team right now? Right now.
Of course, any 32 teams, any other 31 teams in the league would take Saquon Barkley right now. Come on.
So then how is he not the most valuable then? If you just prove my point, you saying all the rest of the teams would take him.
The Cowboys weren't known for running.
So Steelers, you wouldn't take him right now?
Right now, first of all, you know how I feel. I want to get rid of Najee because I'm more in the transition. I need a 3-down back that can catch out the back.
If he was with your team, how many games would y'all have?
You know what? Sure, I'll take. I'm with Tito now. Sure, I'll take. But here's the thing: you ain't proving a point. That's like saying, you know what? It's like saying, you know what? Shit, the horn. And I know I'm completely off subject. Please forgive me. would the Hornets take Ant Edwards right now? Hell yeah, we would. He's a good player. Ain't nobody saying not.
Right,
He's
exactly.
a good player.
Thank
But to
you.
say, oh my God, we
Right.
need him because we're just so terrible.
But you said
we
the
good
Hornets.
without
You
him.
said the Hornets. Are the Boston Celtics gonna take Ant Edwards? No.
Yes. No.
Yes, they
Who
would.
they gonna give up for Ant Edwards?
You know
Who they
what?
gonna give up?
You know what? Go to the next. Jay,
yeah,
go
go
to
to
the
the next
I mean, X, go to the next.
This
step.
guy
This
he
dude
tripping.
This dude tripping.
Yeah,
He had like
So you telling me the
right
Boston
now.
Celtics gonna take Ant Edwards? Who they gonna give up?
Yeah.
Who they want to give up? I'm just asking. I'm asking.
Bruh, if it's a good player, you find a place to place him.
Oh,
But what we're trying to say is they were a running team. Okay, they got a good running back. So a running team that was already running good, now you're just running better. But it ain't like you were not running.
Okay.
Right. The same thing as we say about the 49ers. Right. They got a good running back, Christian. Right. Christian McCaffrey made them look different.
Speak,
But
please.
they can still run the football. Period.
Tell me about Raheem Mostert. Tell me about Mr. 49.
Right.
Tell me about Mason, Mr.
man.
49. Come on, man.
Serious right now, man. Right. Stop it,
I'll
man.
say this: when it comes to the San Francisco 49ers, we have a running game, and I honestly believe that we could take any running back and get you 1,000 yards with our running game. We can do.
Okay.
That. However,
Wait.
However, 1,000 yards just ain't gonna do it. So when we need some splash, that's why we went out and got Christian, because Christian takes it to a whole nother paradigm. And Christian with Carolina is different than Christian with us.
So with Mason,
still can run the football.
Hold on. So you're telling me they're as formidable with Mason as they are with Christian McCaffrey? Is that what y'all telling me?
I'm not saying.
Oh, I didn't think so. Because the proof is in the pudding. Your man is on strike right now. Because why? Because his guy been hurt and he still ain't healthy. He still don't look like he right. And they don't have a formidable running game without a elite level running back like Christian McCaffrey.
Let me bring this closer. When you got to the Super Bowl with Raheem Mostert, was he elite?
That was one season.
Well, elite.
Did they go back? Did they go back with Mostert or anybody else? Did they go back?
Did you go back? You go to the NFC Championship game the next year?
Wasn't McCaffrey there though? Wasn't he there?
No, he was not. Christian McCaffrey
but they got
was
beat.
not there.
But they lost that, right?
They still went. They were a successful team. KP. They still went. You know what?
Okay, but wait a minute.
like
Watch this though. But see, now y'all not keeping it. Tell everybody. Tell all the fans context. Janaza, was y'all defense top 3 during that time?
100%.
Thank you. So maybe that's why they got them. Because didn't y'all knock out that MVP quarterback with your great defense during that time frame?
We did.
Can I ask you a question?
That's what I'm thought. This is context.
Can I ask you a question?
Stop trying to just say you can just put anybody in there.
Whenever you played the Rams with Aaron Donald in that NFC Championship game, who was your running back? When you lost to the Rams, who was your running back?
Our running back was Elijah.
Doesn't even matter because you got to the NFC Championship. Doesn't even matter. That's like taking a linebacker and sticking him in
I will say
Pittsburgh.
this. I do believe if we had Christian McCaffrey, we would have beat the Rams.
Okay, you would have beat it, but you were one drop pass away. Were you not?
Oh my goodness gracious.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's like taking a linebacker and putting him in Pittsburgh. What you think we're gonna do with him?
That's what any great player. I mean, that's what any great
debate, man.
No, I mean that's what any great player, man. Like, I mean, like, come on,
But that's
man.
what
like,
great
right,
players should do. Great
right,
players
that's what they should do.
considered
I'm not
MVPs.
saying
That's what we're saying.
I understand that. I say yes, he deserves to be in the conversation. Yes, he does.
Yes,
I agree
yes, he
with
does.
you.
Yes,
Tell me
I agree.
more. Okay, I just asked y'all one question then. And I don't need you to tell me. I need to look at the totality because we asked you the question now. Don't give me that. I ain't asking for all that. I said we talk about right now. If not him, then who?
Right now for me, if I had to choose right now, I'm going to say Josh Allen right now.
And right now, I'm not a prisoner of the moment because the last thing in your head is Sunday night. That's what's wrong to me with society. We all get caught in being prisoners of the moment because I guarantee you by Sunday afternoon, 4:00, we'll be saying somebody different.
But I need to know who from you.
Right now, I'm saying Josh Allen.
Right now, Josh Allen.
Yes.
Who you got? Because y'all the only two to say he's not gonna get.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't. But
I'm never a prisoner of the moment. I'm watching how that team loves him and how that team is responding to him. And I'm sorry, when we beat them in the Super Bowl, they did not have that type of fire. They did not have that with Miles Sanders. Because I promise you, if Saquon was on that team, we don't win that Super Bowl. Period.
KP, you were a holding call away from almost being on the other end of it.
But you forgot,
and you said Jalen Hurts. Right. And you said Jalen Hurts did your thing. Come on, man.
Hey, come on, KP.
It was all Jalen Hurts. It was none of the running game.
Let's say this.
Forgot how many passing yards he had. And he was running back.
Yeah.
Okay.
He the second coming to Barry Sanders to this dude. Go ahead, man.
I can answer the conversation.
He is. Look, I'm about to get a Saquon jersey. I like him like that. He's like that.
Okay. Flag.
But I won't because they still not beating us. But
anyway. Go ahead.
So we'll end on this segment. What does a non-quarterback need to do to win MVP? Now, this is this can be any non-quarterback. So did we ever have I don't know offhand. Has there ever been a wide receiver to win MVP?
But wait, X, I'm gonna tell you what's funny. Coming from a Steeler and a Cowboy fan, in their heyday, they was led by what? Great running backs. And these cats go sit there and say,
you talk about the 90s and the 70s. You know how much
it doesn't
the game done changed from like 2010.
It doesn't matter.
The game done changed from like 2010.
That's the DNA of y'all whole franchises. How many Hall of Fame running backs both of your franchises got? Go ahead, tell the world.
No, but let's look at. Let's not even limit to like how does a defensive player win MVP? Like, what do you have to do? So Ray Lewis, right, was the last one.
Unless you're gonna be Lawrence Taylor or Ray Lewis.
Yeah, Lawrence Taylor.
It ain't gonna happen.
I think Ray Lewis was the last one, right? Ray Lewis was the last one to win MVP.
Yeah,
defensive player. Aaron Donald.
Oh my God!
No, he didn't win MVP. No, Ray Lewis won MVP.
MVP? He didn't.
In 2000, I'm pretty sure Ray Lewis won MVP.
Yeah, Ray Lewis won it, but I think you got to be you really got to be beyond a household name. You got to really, it's really media based, honestly speaking. You got to be able to see the dude without no helmet on, and I don't think it's ever gonna happen anytime soon. Again.
Okay, so
only two defensive players have won the award: Alan Page in '71 and Lawrence Taylor.
Ray Lewis.
I don't think it's gonna ever happen.
Win MVP?
He won defensive player.
Yeah, he won defense.
Who was MVP that year?
In 2000?
Yeah, 2000. Jay.
Was it Marshall?
Let me see.
Was it Marshall or Kurt? No, Kurt was the year before. I think it was Marshall's fault.
It might have been.
You might be right. No, I don't think.
No, because they were like the next year.
Yeah, it was Marshall Falk.
That's what I thought. Yeah, it was Marshall Falk. Yeah,
Marshall Falk got
it. Man, so
running back with great versatility.
Like the Ravens won the Super Bowl in 2000. Why was it Ray Lewis? Why did Ray Lewis not get it over Marshall Falk?
Well, he got Super Bowl MVP.
You got Tego and D.
They had no quarterback. They had what's his name? Trent Dilfer at quarterback, and they won the Super Bowl.
That's great. But I mean, Marshall Falk probably had a great year. As a matter of fact, well, let's see.
Because it's a quarterback and a running back trophy.
Yeah. So in your opinion, all right. Look, I now nominate you all with the power.
So here's the deal. So Marshall Falk. All right. So in 2000, Marshall Falk ran for almost 1,400 yards. And he had 81 catches out of the backfield.
How many total yards from scrimmage? Because Marshall Falk was never like a just a running back type. He was.
No, that's what I'm saying. You're right. He had 81 catches out of the backfield. So you think about over almost 2,200 yards total scrimmage.
Wait a minute, 253 carries, and you said 81 catches out of the backfield.
81 catches.
You know what? That seems very familiar because he had a lot of weapons on that team. You couldn't focus on one thing, could you?
And he won MVP. What's your point?
That's of a guy getting MVP.
What's your point?
You're not going to be successful if you don't have a team around you.
The point is, Marshall Falk put up awesome numbers even with the Colts, but it took him getting with the Rams and all that talent, and you couldn't focus on it, and then he just really went off. And the point I'm trying to make is
you're proving our point.
But then who can do that though? It ain't football's a team sport. You don't have one dominate. The last guy that did that was Adrian Peterson in 2012.
Right, but what I'm saying, it makes it easier, bro. It makes it easier. Not like I said. Remember what I said. The focus is to have as many attacking points as I can on the team. So you can't focus.
Yeah,
I get it.
But it makes to put up the points easier.
What's the definition? What's your definition?
He's still doing it though.
What's the definition?
And he's going to have more yards than Marshall Faulk had.
The definition of the MVP is the most valuable to me. Is the most valuable person to their team.
To their team, or because I mean, like you can be the most valuable person on a terrible team. So like
and that's why I do not like this award.
I want to say it's the most valuable person on the team and the impact you give to your team that translates into their success.
Right. That translates to them having great success, in my opinion. So like you can like you can say like a team that just barely made the playoffs, you could have an MVP on that team. That guy, like, let's say, you know, you have like an Adrian Peterson who carried Minnesota to the playoffs that year, but what happened after that?
Right, but like you have to measure to me what success looks like. Success doesn't mean going deep in the play. Now, hear the whole statement. Success doesn't mean going deep in the playoffs as far as this award goes. If you were an 8-win team and you went to a 13-win team, that's success.
Agreed.
So the thing about this award, is it's always the most valuable player on the best team in the league is already going to. I don't like it. I agree. I just don't like it.
I'm with you there, D. I don't think that should be the case. Like if you bring in, my thing is you're the most valuable person on the team that carries your team to success, that turns your team into something else. Like you are not on your team becomes a lot less successful.
Right. And if you take that analogy to me and Tigo, what are the Eagles? They were successful. They were going to the playoffs. They was in the Super Bowl 2 years ago. So what is it? You talking low. I can't hear you, bro.
I said I think they're on the same path as they were at the end of the year last year. If you take them off,
so how's that making any better?
Because they were flailing at the end of the year. But like
Tigo said, they were 10-1. Now they folded going down the stretch.
Right.
They were 10-1.
Right, but
that 10-1 was cool, right there. That wasn't a dominant 10-1. They was barely winning games.
I don't care. A win
is
a win.
They lost to the Jets, by the way, last year. They lost to the Jets.
You're still 10-1. I don't care. You're 10-1. Yes, you know, there was stuff going on in the locker room. It's not like, they're just terrible. Right. They had internal stuff going on. Like, I mean, you can't fault that, but at the end of the day, they were 10-1.
They were talking about,
and they were talking about it this year. They were talking about it this year, bro.
They're not anymore.
I understand that, bro. But at the end of the day, you act like Philly was just like this scrub, this terrible. This team was 10-1 to start the season off last year. They went to the Super Bowl the prior year. So, like, I understand, right? Yeah, they lost like 5 out of 6, but they're not. I mean, they were always a good team.
They were on the downswing. Look,
Tigo, I'm done, Tigo. I don't know if he's not on the team, they went to the Super Bowl. If he's on the team, they're on the way to the Super Bowl. I just don't understand.
No, I get what y'all saying. I see your point. You're saying they're a good team with or without him. I understand that. And I can't even debate that. I
say they're a much better team without him.
But what we're saying is I see them
I
as
agree
a
with
much
you on
more
that.
formidable team and a team that's truly in position to win the Super Bowl with this guy. All I can say is Miles Sanders, they for all that running they were doing when they went to the Super Bowl with Miles Sanders, what has Miles Sanders done since then? Absolutely nothing.
All right, he went to the playoff Panthers, which is a sorry team. I mean, what they were
but he went to the Panthers this year. They had him in some last year, and he wasn't productive. That's why they were trying to work him and Swift.
With
this dude, they don't have to do that.
Here's why I am with the Eagles. They were a maybe make the playoffs, maybe win a playoff game without Saquon Barkley. With him, they're a Super Bowl contender, legitimate Super Bowl contender.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Next time. All right. Yeah, next time. We're going to have to move on.
They was a Super Bowl contender last year.
Right,
They was
exactly.
Super Bowl contender before this year started.
Thank you. Right, exactly, man. Like, come on, man.
They were not a Super Bowl contender last year. They didn't win.
Yes,
their
they
division.
were, bro.
Did they win their division?
I understand.
Did they win their division?
Yes
or no? Did they win
They
their
didn't win the
division?
division.
You know what? Wait a minute.
KP,
Hold on.
Go ahead.
Janaja, the NFC, the reigning NFC Super Bowl winner, were the Eagles considered a Super Bowl contender last year?
At what point? At what time of the year?
Going into the playoffs. Going into the
playoffs?
No, when they were 10-1, then yes. But then as they started to fold, nobody thought they were going to the Super Bowl.
Jay, before the season started, were they a Super Bowl contender?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Hold on, let me ask you this question. Hold on. Can I ask this question, please?
The Jets were Super Bowl contender before the season started.
I'm gonna leave it like this.
Okay. All right. We're gonna move on now. There we go. Somebody came into the state of Jets
before the season started. Okay, well,
you're right. Tigo, make your point. I'm not. No.
Yeah,
Tigo, make your point. And the Jets were never a damn Super Bowl.
Yeah, they would. Yeah. See now, you went too far now. You went too far.
They had like the fifth best. They had the third. They had the top 5 odds to make the Super Bowl.
Oh my! Here we go.
All right. We done. Y'all right. My bad. Look, I'm apologize, y'all. Tigo and D, I am so sorry. Y'all, I see y'all. You are right.
Look,
no, he don't
deserve
it.
Statement, and I'm gonna call it out for a ridiculous statement.
No,
they were Super Bowl contender before the season started. Everybody's Super Bowl contender before the season starts.
No, they're not.
Right. That's my point.
Exactly.
What is your point? No, they're not.
No, they're not. No,
I
can't ride with you on that
statement. They were Super Bowl contender before the season started. It's a ridiculous statement.
No, it's not. You have legitimate team. No, but it's not. You have legitimate team. So you're trying to tell me this year before the season started, Kansas City wasn't a Super Bowl contender? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Yes, that's what I'm trying to tell you.
You know what? Go to the next subject. Go to the next subject. Right now, you're doing clickbait. Go to the next subject.
You're right.
Hey,
I'm
man,
sorry.
don't flag on yourself, man. Don't flag on yourself.
Hey, wait. Hey, yeah, put the yellow flag up there, X. Come on, X, man.
All right, let's go ahead and close this out. We had an hour running.
Yeah.
So
we was doing good today. Oh, Lord. I'm sorry, guys. I apologize.
All right, let's hear your let's hear it for this week. What are you guys looking at or looking for this week? Let's talk about our hot routes this week. Start with Tigo. What you got?
Man, I'm gonna be focusing on this. Don't Baltimore play? Don't they play Philly this week? Is that this week? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm looking forward to this game. It's going to. I don't know, man. I just want to see if Baltimore defense is not the best this year, but I just want to see that matchup to see how they handle Saquon, and I'm gonna see if Lamar, man, can get back on track, man, after that lucky win on Sunday or whatever. So yeah, that's the big matchup for me this week.
All right, let's move it on to Jay Lotta.
What I'm looking forward to is the seeing if some of these teams who have a shred of hope, what kind of fight they gonna put in. You got us, you got the Cowboys.
No, don't put us in there. No.
Shoot, you got. I mean, it's still a chance. It's still a chance. But teams like that who are not mathematically out, how much can you fight, and what you gonna do? I just want to see the fight. That's all.
Embrace that top 5 pick.
That's why I was hoping we were losing. That's why I wanted to lose on Sunday. They made me mad. I was mad about that.
Hey, welcome to my world.
What, man?
Welcome to my world.
I'm talking about this dude up here in the corner, this Jets fan.
Don't get stuck. Come on, guys. Let's come on.
KP, what's your high route? What you looking at this week?
I'm really interested to see that Bills and 49ers game. I know we got our resident 49er who done, he's making a statement, but they still got a shot at their division. So I want to see, if they're gonna really come to put up a fight. That'll tell me a lot about that team.
I can tell you a lot about it.
Hey, we're not about to go full circle to the beginning.
Nah, we not. We not. But yeah, that's the game that has me interested, right? Just to, that was uncharacteristic to see them against the Packers that way. Even they put up more of a fight in that championship game, you know, when all their quarterbacks was hurt than what we saw for that Packers game. That was very uncharacteristic. So I want to see how they respond and rebound to that.
Yeah. Okay. And then I'll take this one, and then D, I'll give it to you to close out. So I think what I'm looking forward to is like how the structure of the NFL changes over this next week and the week after, because I think this is the week where people kind of solidify if they're staying or getting fired. This is with the week where teams start getting eliminated from the playoffs officially. I feel like we got so many teams that are still in it with like very, very minor chances. So I see like I'm interested to see like what changes after this week. You know, who you know, what are going to be the new head coach openings, and you know, see who's out there, because you know, my team's looking for a head coach, GM, and Lord knows everything else. So we looking to see like what competition we have.
Okay, I'll jump in there real quick.
No, please don't. Tigo, please don't do it. Come on, Tigo. Come on, man. Come on, man. Tigo, we done went over, man. We're hour and 5. Don't do it, man. Don't do it.
I want to pick off what X was saying. He made a good point, though. He made a good point. No, I got to jump. I got to jump on my owner real quick, man. I got to, man. We get a lucky with no.
I told you, please, guys, man. Please, come on, guys. Come on, man.
I gotta get it in, man. I gotta talk about
30 seconds, Tigo. 30 seconds.
No, all right. So we get a lucky win, and my GM, my owner, it said Mike McCarthy has a chance to come back next year. I'm confused by that comment right there, man. I'm confused. So I'm hoping we lose on Thanksgiving, so he could change his mind and say Mike McCarthy is gone. He's on the hot seat again. And I'm gonna leave it like that. That's my 30 seconds. Go ahead, love.
Oh Lord, please keep Mike McCarthy, because I would be pissed if they just end up hiring him.
What you mean?
Yeah. Oh God.
What, man? I'm just saying.
Come on,
Jerry Jones just blow my mind. He just blows my mind. Man. That's all.
You know you want to get some sleep.
What,
you know what?
What?
I'm gonna give my 2 minutes to Tigo. Let him finish. Go ahead, Tigo. I'm just gonna sit back and let it happen. You can have my 2 minutes, Tigo. Go ahead.
No, man. No, I mean, like, you know, Jay had his, 6 minutes, man. But like, yeah, man, Jerry Jones, man, he just blows my mind, man. Like, I'm confused. You get one lucky win, a missed field goal.
Don't you just hate it? Like you hate
I'm just saying, a missed field goal going overtime. Hey. You get a touchdown on a lucky onside, and you run a touchdown. And this man, is ready to crown Mike McCarthy the coach of next year.
Hey,
I am confused. I'm confused. I'm lost. I don't get it.
I get it. Look, not that he's like great or anything, but we lost out on Trevor Lawrence because our punter decided to make a tackle.
So, right here. It always comes back to the Jets. It always comes back to the Jets.
Hey,
I don't
man,
even
you
know
take the lead
how.
next week.
All right, man.
It always comes back to the Jets. But go ahead, you close it out. I let it
man. Go ahead, man. What, man?
Now, real quick, I want to say this before we sign out. I need y'all's Cash App because I got to send somebody some money, because if we lose Monday night, I'm killing everybody in the house. So,
wait, hold on. Why are you saying? Lord, please, I need you to go ahead and clarify. We recorded.
Oh Lord!
I don't know nothing. I don't know this
man. Hey, Jay, I don't blame you, Jay. Hey, Jay, I'm with you, man.
I don't know.
You can use this footage as an Exhibit A in the trial. I'm killing everybody.
Hey Jay, man, you need somebody to stay, man. You come on over, man.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that, brother.
Lord, he got a veteran hat on too.
All right, man.
All right, let's do it. All right, this is going off the rails. It's time to close it out. All right, everyone. So those of you checking us out, please tell your friends, tell your buddies, tell your family to check us out. This is the Cover Zero podcast at the Cover Zero YouTube, at the Escape Boredom YouTube. Coming soon to you live streaming, and come and join us. We want to hear from you. Go ahead and leave comments on the YouTube channel. We'd love to hear from you. You have topics that you think we should cover. Let us know. Let us know what your thoughts were on this past week. And we'll be back next week or a couple of weeks from now, depending on how the holidays go. I hope everyone has a safe and healthy holiday. So I'm signing out for Cover Zero Podcast. Peace.